ready to take off. Looking very badass. This is why we're having such a hard time identifying them, because of the electronic warfare. Another one down. Good stuff. You see its tubes open there. Off it goes. Very cool. The gearing also went down. I'm going to catch another one. There it is. No. That one got spoofed. This one didn't. This one's straight in. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Sea Power video today by me, Vulcan. Today we reach the finale of the Never Fade Away campaign made by Cent. This mission is called Red Alert. The campaign has been awesome so far, so I'm looking forward to this one. If you enjoy the look of Sea Power, make sure to check the link to the Steam page in the description. Speaking of descriptions, let's read this one. Operation Kino. Establish air and naval supremacy in the South China Sea. Task Force Buzzard has sailed into the South China Sea and has taken position ready for Operation Kino. Airbase 89 has been completed and is now fully operational. Make use of its air wings. Expect heavy and major US naval assets to confront you. Operation Kino must succeed. The capture of the South China Sea will surely turn the tide of the war in the Pacific. The Minsk and Novorossiysk cannot sink. Good luck, comrade. So we've spent a long time now playing through these missions. I played through some on stream, and I played the best on the channel, which you can go back and check out if you missed them. But we've led this fleet from all the way up here, all the way down amongst a series of different missions, and we've now made it to the South China Sea, where we have this airbase, which is really cool, on the water here, that we'll be using on what appears to be like a man-made island to sink some enemy ships. So that'll be good fun. Let's go ahead and see what we've got up our sleeves today. I have just paused it because I think the action gets underway immediately. So let's just unpause it as we take a look at these ships. So we've got the Minsk and the Novorossiysk, Kiev class carriers. They are escorted by the Slava class, the 2 or 3 Sovremenis, I believe there is. 3 Sovremenis and then 3 Udalois. So that's our task force that's made it all the way down here. We do have a launch. Looks like we have a SAM site here that's already sending SA-5s at a radar echo, which appears to be enemy. That's an F-14. Sending it up at a Tomcat. Good luck hitting that. We do actually have ourselves a submarine here, a Kilo submarine. Actually, this is a Victor 3. Not bad. That's hanging about. Very, very shallow area. Then we have our ships over here. So this is a Cresta class. Interesting. We have ourselves the Kashin at the front. There's going to be a couple of Grisha 3 class on the flanks. And we've got what looks like a couple of Kinders. Are these Kinders? Yeah, Kinder class on the back there. So these carry 8 long-range Shadok missiles, 242 nautical mile range. We've got the Cresta here. Not entirely sure what the Cresta carries. It's got 3 or 4 Shadok missiles. Cool. Alright, well, let's see how we get on. We are going to have to launch some aircraft, so we'll basically immediately launch. Let's go ahead and send up some MiG-25 PDs. We don't need long-range loadout with the extra drop tank there. We'll just take air-to-air intercept, and we'll send them up in groups of 2. Wonderful. Then the next thing to do would be to get the floggers up. Probably air-to-air intercept loadouts as well. They get the AA-7C instead of the AA-7D. The air-to-air does get more aphids though, which could be handy for dealing with helicopters. So maybe I send up some of those. We'll send up 4 of those with the standard air-to-air loadout. That'll do. We do also have Su-24s. These come with different types of bombs. They do have Kerry missiles in there as well, and Kilters as seed. But the Su-24M was the seed loadout. Yeah, so they have Kilters. AS-10 air to ground would be pretty nice. Alright, how are we doing here? Oh, we actually already shot down an F-14. That was me saying that we wouldn't have a chance to do that, but we did. The SA-5 hitting the mark there. That's pretty impressive. Okay, well, must have not seen it coming. Speaking of not seeing it coming, I do need to be careful of these units heading straight towards us. So let's go and get up some cap. I will make sure to get the yaks out. So I'll send up like 6 of these. That will use up their entire launch capacity. I'll probably do the same on this one. Just the quickest way to get them all up. And then what we can do is also launch some helicopters. I'll probably launch like 1 helicopter from each for now with the ASW loadouts. I think there's actually 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think they might be able to launch helicopters at the same time. Not entirely sure, I've never really tried. We'll add a Ka-27 there, so they'll all start to launch their aircraft, and we'll set them up towards the enemy. There is an E-2C AWACS plane. Let's see if the SA-5 can take down another Tomcat, that would be pretty awesome. Meanwhile, at the airbase, our MiGs are lining up, ready to take off. Looking very badass. Look at that. Cool. I'm not sure entirely what I want to do with these. They do actually have their radars on, so in theory we should be spotting stuff. I might also set the radars on this because they already know where we are, so we might as well be having a look for them. But let's just put the radars on all of these vessels. Give ourselves the best opportunity to spot everything, including enemy missiles that might already be flying towards us. Right, there goes the VTOL, very cool. Right, is this going to hit the mark? It did! Another F-14 taken out already. Brilliant. Okay. I know you American fans won't be happy about that. I do want to get back to playing the NATO side of things, but I have really been enjoying this campaign. That's why I've been playing with Russia quite a bit, because this campaign is just basically the same fleet throughout multiple missions, which I really liked the concept of, and I've really been enjoying. Kind of reminds me of like a homeworld concept where you kind of have the same fleet that you need to get through multiple battles. So, not sure what I want to do with these just yet. We obviously need to try and identify what these are. Speaking of which, do I have any AWACS planes that I can use here? We do have like Tu-16s, so they might do a decent job. Or the Tu-95, for example, is what I'm thinking of, and the Tu-142. We could send up one of those, and we'll send up a Tu-95 as well. Okay. But otherwise, you can see the MiGs there on the airbase. Getting ready to take off. That's really cool. Okay. Yeah, we can go down and have a look at that as they power on. They go. Awesome stuff. Absolutely awesome. So these MiGs, they're going to want to go and hunt down all of these AWACS planes. They've got loads of them. 1, 2, 3 AWACS planes to deal with. We've got potentially enemy air targets coming in from a distance here. They're quite far away. 140, 150 nautical miles. I don't know what these are either. Could also just be airliners. What I might do... We've got the towed sonar out, by the looks of things, or is he bringing that back in? Why is he bringing that back in? Maybe he's not going fast enough, or... We're going to turn it around and we'll see if we can identify what these ships are. These contacts. Could just be merchants by the looks of things. So the bottom needs to be deeper than 200 feet in order to drop that. Okay. We'll just stay shallow. Starting to identify more contacts here as we turn around. Okay, let me just get the formation manager ready to go, because see the MiGs need to get up to altitude, so let's throw them up to 39,000 feet. A couple of those are only at 10,000 feet. Actually, a lot of these are only at 10,000 feet. Let's make that return to formation. And then we'll have that go up to 39,000 feet. We'll head towards this contact here, 7002, with these MiGs. These two can just get up 39,000 feet. Stay ahead of the airbase just to keep it safe. Looks like the rest haven't really taken off yet. There's the last flight. I was wondering where the last flight was. We'll have these two go and identify those 7003 and 7004. We'll just make sure 39,000 feet. But when they take off, they head up to that altitude. Brilliant. Let them go. Very cool. Okay, we've got an F-14 up here in front of the E2C. Guess that's just escort. How are the Yaks doing? We'll bring the Yaks maybe up to... I don't know if that's a good idea bringing them that high, but I mean we can. 36,000 feet for the Yaks. Man, they're going to get absolutely toasted by a Tomcat though. But we'll get them up there. It'll be more efficient for them anyway, fuel-wise. Okay, so we actually have 4 flights. They didn't come out in flights of 6. And we can make them flights of 6, but to be honest, I don't really mind. We'll have 2 flights of 2 and 2 flights of 4. Right, so the MiGs are taking off and they're getting up to altitude nice and quick. Okay, so we have some sort of eyes on this convoy. Are we using the towed array now? We are. So I'm trying to pull us away from the shallow. We can have a bit more depth to work with. What is it pinging these as? Like mostly merchants. Could just be a long string of merchants. Right, these MiGs will head over to kill the F-14. How are we doing with other units on the runway here? We got the Tu-142 taking off, the Tu-95. This is an ASW plane, and this one, as you can see, has a big radar dome underneath it, the Tu-95. So hopefully they'll be able to spot for us. Anything else we could send up? These Tu-16s have big loadouts. That's like 18 Fab 500 bombs, or 24 250 bombs. That's crazy. I'm not sure what the Kingfisher is, the AS6. By unit reference, the airbase, we can click on the TU, what was it, Tu-16K, and have a look. The AS6 is a 160 nautical mile anti-surface missile. The Kipper is a 150 nautical mile anti-surface missile. That's pretty cool. So the Kingfish would be better. What about the AS-2B? Okay. We could launch some of them with some Kingfishers. 2 Kingfish and a Kipper? Sure, why not? Launch 4 of those. Cool watching them take off there in the distance. How's things going across the board though? Nothing crazy happening just yet. I do want to make sure that my Ka-27s start dropping some sono boys in front of the fleet. I am always worried about submarines in sense missions. Oh, those are enemy, apparently. What have they been identified as? Doesn't really matter too much. Oh, they could be Newports. Okay. Oh, we already have a harpoon coming in. A Gem 45. Oh, that's a Shrike anti-radar missile. Okay. Put the air search radar on the MiG. Right, these two can head to intercept whatever 7017 is. Okay, yaks are up and about. That's good. Hopefully we intercepted that missile. Still got loads more aircraft taking off. All the big Tu-19s there. Tu-16s, sorry. With their massive missiles on them. Look at that. That's cool. Alright, let's see what else we can put up while we're here. Su-24s with Seed would be a good idea. There is helicopters we can use. There's more yaks. I think getting some Su-24s out would be a good idea with Seed, because they can also act as like radar planes. And there goes one of the MiGs. Enemy air contact. Okay, we're really starting to identify stuff now, which is good. What altitude are those at? 10,000 feet? I mean, we'll turn on our radars on these MiGs so we can maybe identify what these are. It's going 566 knots, so I imagine that they're enemy. Okay, these are coming really quite low. I mean, those are only at 3,000 feet. I think we gotta engage those. Alright, let's hope I'm right. Oh, they're jamming them. There's an EA-6B. Okay, yeah, we need to make sure we take them down. Yeah, they jammed them. Okay, another good kill. This is why we're having such a hard time identifying them, because of the electronic warfare. Another one down. Good stuff. These all have radars on now, don't they? Yep. Okay. How about these guys? That's 252. That one's going really slow. Those are taken care of. Let's get back up to high altitude. EA-6B taken care of. Very nice. Crazy that it's so hard for me to identify these. We're sending an AA-6D at these. Did I identify them as hostile? And these two MiGs can certainly engage. These further back, those are travelling very fast, 914 knots at 36,000 feet. The engines on those MiGs are very loud, so that missed the mark. And if they're ever missing the mark, I need to fire another one, because to be honest, like that just means that they're enemy. Watching them fire like that is very cool though. Both of those can RTB afterwards. We're spotting enemy ships down here. So those are enemy merchant ships. They are currently 22 nautical miles away. I could send a couple torpedoes at them, like the 65, 67s, or 76s, sorry, would actually hit, most likely. But it's a long shot. How fast are they traveling? 20 knots? They're only going to get further away, so it's probably not worth doing. have these go and engage those aircraft further back. Over here, we're going to have one of these identify 7002. I think we're just going to engage the other two over here. Like the way that they're flying together makes them seem like they're worth targeting there. There's a bunch of enemy ships. What I might do is get the Inders to launch their missiles at this fleet, because that's probably all enemies. That's an Iowa probably, or a Long Beach. That could be anything. There's plenty of enemy ships there, at least we know that much. We have range, so let's just fire these Shaddocks. We'll send these ones as well. Only trouble with sending so many at the same time, actually. Let's just cancel that. Because, yeah, sending them all at the same time will make them all hit the same target if there's like one large target on its own. Right, let's identify what these are. Okay, lots of planes coming towards us here. How are the Yaks doing? If we get them moving towards the enemy, we'll be fine. Right, let's go ahead and launch some more. We'll send up 4 and 4. A lot of the aircraft coming towards us. Right, meanwhile, we've got the Kindy here firing away. See if we can watch one of those fire. You see its tubes open there. Off it goes. Very cool. Right, what I'm probably going to want to do is maybe match the height here of all of these. They're all at 10,000 feet, so start coming down. We're not going to have much time to engage those. Both of these might as well. RTB. Okay, how about our other units that are taking off from the airbase? Should probably make sure that I'm doing something with these. Let's just get these up to altitude. The MiG-23s can move over here. Oh, those are B-52 bombers. Wow, okay. Well, we're going to want to deal with those. We shot down 2 of them. Nice. Let's make sure that we get the last missile on target there. How we did not identify them, I do not know. What's our range like on these? Not very far. Okay, let's get these up to 10,000 feet ASAP. We're going to have to manage that. There's a lot of stuff going on here. This is crazy. Well, there is actually one very, very close. So I'm going to stick the surface search radar on the Tu-142, and I'm going to head it across here towards our fleet. And we'll do it at like 10,000 feet. And then the Tu-95 can go up to 33,000 feet. Air search, surface search. We can see what's going on. There's 2 gearing class here and something else. Right, where is my Tu-16s, and can we fire their missiles at whatever is close? Because there was something that was pretty close there. Alright, let's make sure we manage this engagement well, because we have no idea what these are. Looks like some more intruders and prowlers. I guess what I can do is just have them come into range and then put them on fire well. I shot down the other B-52, that's good. That's RTB, that's RTB. We need to be careful we don't get too close to the enemy ships here. Ooh, there is a bunch of planes there. Let's get the MiGs to intercept. How fast are these going? 500? Okay. We're going to have to get a move on. Put these to max speed. They're currently at 10,000 feet. Let's match their altitude. Okay. Let's just make sure we're engaging whatever that is. Okay, we took it down. It's one A6E taken care of. Alright, cool. Yaxar moving to engage. I'm gonna send like 2 missiles at every single one. Alright, missiles are away. Very good. Okay, 7051 should be hit pretty hard. 7113. These two we're kind of struggling to engage right now. Oh, the Yak just flew right in front of them. They're gonna run out of fuel, I think. At least we can see them coming, and now the Yaks are on the way, so we'll have plenty of range on those to get there. Okay, send some missiles out, please. Need to catch these before they get close to the fleet. Okay, there's still more coming over here. That's crazy. Need to afterburn these. What's the AA-7D range? It's kind of far. I might want to fire the other Hinder's missiles just in case. We'll also fire the missiles here. We'll send them across to these merchants. Alright, let's make sure we take down that. Again, there might be a little bit of friendly fire here, I'm not too careful, but Let's see how we get on. Okay, good. That one's dead. Alright, what's happening over here? They've got some standards coming up. They're catching the Shaddocks. What I can do is have a couple of these launch missiles over to this extra couple units here. We take those ones out, for example, and we can take these ones out. And a couple split off. Very cool. I need these to engage. Because they're not currently. I might as well mark them hostile. Not really reacting. Oh, there's another one there as well. Actually, that's probably what I should be doing, is just marking all of these as hostile. So there's Oliver has a Perry. I don't know what the ones are in front there. The Kinder's firing away. You can see that on the map there. So that's sending its missiles. I think we could be in for a bad time here. I really need this to launch some missiles quickly. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. They hit our radar there. How much damage is actually done though? We don't want to assume direct control. I want to check the damage control. But that fire might be really bad for us. Okay, that's an airliner. I hope the other one's an airliner. Looks like we managed to deal with all of this. Nothing broke through. Our fleet is absolutely fine. I think. I can hear flag. Okay, let's watch these missiles come in. Very good. That's one. Oh, okay, we lost one. We still haven't shot down this A7E. I don't know why I have to keep manually firing him. Bit silly. Sometimes it just be like that. Usually weapons tight, if they get close enough, they just fire. So I guess we'll just put them on fire at 1-0. Weapons free. Used up all of the long missiles anyway, so we can just fire away. What's that we lost? Cash-in. It's unfortunate. Right. Hopefully that one will be taken down. Taking out another M14 there. Oh, we did actually hit the Perry. That's good. Good hit there. The gearing also went down. I'm going to catch another one. Well, these are Pegasus class. Okay, well they've got to go too. Can I change their targets? I can. Is that going to change all of them? I really want it to change all of them. I think they're all going to be Pegasus class. We're going to move towards them anyway to identify them a bit better. These MiGs can head over to that E2C. These MiGs heading over here to this E2C. That A7E is still alive. Not anymore. Okay. We got one here. That's gonna be... don't know what that is, we'll just identify it. I'm gonna go identify those two as well. Is that even firing at? Is it firing at my SC-24s? Maybe it is. Got a couple of MiG-23s that are just hanging out at low altitude here. Oh, they were waiting to land. Well, that's just rude. That was the Tomcat just launching a Phoenix at us while we're trying to land. Okay, well, SC-24s can get up to altitude. We'll throw them up to, I don't know, 36,000 feet. I'm going to have them come over here and we'll put their radars on so we can identify what we're firing at. Up they go. That is a very steep climb. It seems like they are in two groups almost. Wonder if I can change it, like after the first one hits, to make the other ones hit different targets. Pretty sure that's an airliner. That helicopter should probably get out of the way. I never told it to go and do anything like the other one. You can just bring it up to like 10,000 feet, put surface search radar on, go have a look at what's out there. The ARS Echo is large. I'm gonna get these Tu-16s to engage anything that's left over here. We need to keep kind of flying away in the meantime. Something all the way back there. Pretty big contact. Iowa Long Beach. Something enemy. I do have very long range sandboxes. We could send some sandboxes to go say hi. Let's do that. That's most likely an airliner. This one's going a little bit faster. Okay, they are terminal now, so I can't actually change what their target is. At least they're hitting 2 different targets. They're not really going to be able to stop these hitting. Oh, maybe they are. Wow. We can see the 2 Pegasus on the bottom side. These seem bigger. Wasn't big enough. Because I assume it's like the Pegasus here. It's trying to like shoot its front gun there. We just can't quite identify what they are. Even bigger in terms of their radar echo. Okay, let's just launch these. We'll send the AS2 to the gearing. We'll send one to this one to this one, and one to this one. Well, that one has changed. Is it going to go straight for the gearing? That would be nice. That was a Newport. Yeah, so they're Newport class. I don't think that's going to hit the gearing. Right, these are turning around. They're going to launch the middle one. The other 2 need to be further away to be launched. I could actually launch those ones at this fleet instead, maybe. Oh, I actually hit the gearing. Oh, wow. Okay. I might actually want to cancel some of these shots then. We might be targeting the wrong thing. Right, they're lining up. Oh, you can see the airbase down there. That's cool. MiG-25s are working their way around. They're going to launch. I want to see that big missile get released. The impact size is tiny. This thing is huge. Right, go on to U-16. Show us how it's done. I want to look away because I know as soon as I look away, they're going to miss it being launched. There it is. That is cool. Well, it's actually flying past there. It's huge. Don't know if we need to stay in the right direction whilst that's occurring. All of those are airliners. I assume the one that's flown past is an airliner too. Alright, so what we'll do, return to base, return to base, return to base. Did lose one of my poor ships there. but let's go ahead and just destroy everything else that we can see. That's our group of missiles that's heading towards these. There is another one there, apparently. Can I change the target on these? I can. Okay, second one has been launched. There goes the third. Very nice, very nice. Oh, we've got an A7E attack plane there. I might actually have this one head towards it. It's at 56 feet. That thing's flying so low. There might be more of them there then. Right, how are we looking on the airbase? Let's go ahead and launch some more floggers. There to air loadouts. And the Su-24s we're going to send to cut through to whatever this is. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send like one shot. Let's do sunburns maybe. I'm not sure if they're in range. No, they're not. We do have SSN-12s here. It's just on these merchants. Not really worth me wasting too many missiles. I might get those to hit the Adams. That will knock out their defense, and then we can just hit the rest with one SSN-12 each. That would be the way to do it. I'll just do it from the Slava because pretty sure we're doing air ops with the carriers. Okay, that's one fired. Gonna let them kind of travel on their own. I'm not sure if we can track more than 2 targets at the same time. Yeah, I think that one's also going to go for the same target as the first. There's the wingman, yeah, of track, the one going for track 7008. We're going to have to just space them out. I will try and engage these, but I think their range is preventing us. We'll have some fresh MiGs up in the air soon, so that's okay. We'll head them over there at 37,000 feet, although that one's really low. These ones are kind of high. We can have one drop down, that's absolutely fine. Oh, the Vulcan went down. Kinder class. When did that happen? There's so much going on in this mission. These two are coming around now to engage the E2C. The range on our missiles here is 32 nautical miles. We're currently 47 nautical miles out. First E2C. Are these going to actually hit the mark? No. That one got spoofed. This one didn't. This one straight in. Oh, look at that explosion. So one of the Pegasus is going to survive. I lose a Tu-16 as well. Pretty sure I launched 4 of them. There's only 3. One may have got taken down by a Phoenix, I suppose. I do have a couple of heat-seeking missiles. For the Su-24s, could try and catch up to these enemy contacts. Get the wings back on the Su-24. It's really cool when they speed up. These are all moving to take off. Kind of need to hurry up because we are going to want to intercept them at low altitude. It's quite a lot of Corsairs coming in, I imagine. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. Not too much. I will send a missile or 2 at the E2C there. Alright, fantastic stuff so far. One of these is certainly having a bad time. This Pegasus still alive. What I might do is we'll launch a couple of Su-24As with carries. And those can just go kill the Pegasus for us. Unless I have a spare missile over here. I don't think I do. These have been used up. I think the Adams is trying its best here to take down the remainder of these missiles. Not traveling super fast. Okay, E2C is dead though, that's good. Oh, maybe the radar got hit here. I feel like the radar got taken out. Would explain why it wouldn't be firing. Right, currently trying to engage that aircraft. Nice, good hit on the Su-24s. The MiGs are still taking off, so I'm not going to be able to get them to help. Okay, the Adams did get taken out in front of the convoy, so that's going to slow them down quite significantly. Send 12 coming in. Let's send... I guess I could do it that way. We just like send 1 from the carriers to different targets. And then they can each individually track. Yeah, that would work. I'm curious if the SSN-12s will do the job here, though. And those are going considerably faster. We found something out here. What are you? Okay, this SAM site's going to get absolutely demolished. That's going to be a Corsair bombing strike. Or these Crusaders. One of them Corsairs, I think they're Crusaders, aren't they? Regardless, might just tell me if I click on the unit reference. And watch their bombing strikes come in. They actually weren't too effective. I just realised we don't really have many missiles left. We've got like one infrared missile. Speed up a little bit, because I do want to try and take out the C2C over this fleet as well. I am closing in from the other side though. Okay, those two are splitting. Get my KA-27 to go and identify that. There's another one over here that I would like to identify, but I'm going to have to come in at low altitude to do that. Well, that's a Tycho. That's going to be kind of scary. That's going to potentially take down all of these SSN-12s. Already launching at them. They are coming in very low though. If we take out the Tycho, whatever's behind them will have a bad time. We actually have a torpedo coming in. Well, that's unfortunate. Ahead flank. PTFO. We'll send anti-submarine torpedo back the opposite direction. Guess I could send a USAT back that way as well. Because the wire's probably going to break on the test 71. We'll go as deep as we can, as fast as we can. Hopefully be able to outrun the torpedo a little bit. Okay, we've got actually Tomahawks coming in. Well, that's interesting. What we'll do then is we'll try and shoot those down. going to be difficult, but we'll give it a good go. These can both be at like 100 feet, to be honest. You're going to use aphids to kill tomahawks, you need to be low, boys. The Pegasus has disappeared. But that's okay, because we are launching the Su-24s to go hunt them down. Okay, how did we do here? Did we hit the Tycho? Nope. We did not. Hit one of the merchants there at least, that's good. Alright, let's see if we can get these kills with the aphids. They go. I didn't expect I would be defending against tomahawks with the MiGs, to be honest. But hey. Maybe there's a lucky shot to be had. Nice. That one actually hit. Oh, and we hit the second one. Wow. Nice. Okay, that was all very well. But there's two more. Alright, see if we can engage them with a couple of the AA-7Ds. Because we've got to stop them from hitting this airbase for sure. Okay. MiG's turning there to engage the E2C. Let's see if these can hit tomahawks. Whoop, one down. Nice. Second one. Nice. Got them both. Okay, missiles are away from the MiG-25s. That should be very, very dead. See the plane in the distance there, the contrails. Yep, double taps. What we like to see. That's a lot of planes. Gotta be some sort of carrier. Whatever that was, we missed. These are gonna want to like dive down and max afterburn out of there because they're gonna be in a bad spot shortly. Gonna hit the E2C. It fled. Oh, actually died. Let's send one more. Ah, I got caught. Shame. Big kill for them. Can I get the missile off before it dies? The standard 2s aren't going to miss. Oh, so close. So close. Right, let's get that afterburn going. Get out of there. Gotta track that in. Boom. Nice, good kill. Now get home. At max speed. Okay, another merchant dead. Good. And another one. Perfect. Okay, let's send one more at the last merchant. There's no point in really firing more than that. I'm sure that'll eventually just burn out. And then we've got to figure out what we're going to do about the Tycho here. We got some more Tomahawks heading towards the airbase. We have a little bit of air defense there. How are we doing with our submarine? Currently zooming along very, very deep. Didn't see the enemy submarine at all there. I don't know if the U-set or the tests are going to end up anywhere near the enemy submarine, but definitely one here somewhere. I might just mark the rough location. What happened to my second KA-52? It's a long way out. Actually, that's a good point. What about my Tu-142? Where are you? You can come down here. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, that's handy. We just killed their aircraft carrier instead of the Tycho. I did not see that happen. I guess because the radar echo was so large, it just went straight for the aircraft carrier instead of the Tycho. So I assumed the Tycho was survived because it shot them down, but apparently not. It actually ended up hitting the carrier. Well, that's good. I mean, it means that I can probably send another bunch of missiles at the Tycho, and we should probably kill it. So let's send another salvo towards the Tycho, this time just from the carrier. We'll also have the Tu-16s that can launch theirs eventually. We just got to find the Pegasus over here, which we'll do once the Su-24s actually take off. They're currently sitting in their hangars. We're waiting for the MiG-23 to land. I think he failed his landing. Alright. SSN-12s on their way. So those will all just fire off and then they'll meet up in the sky together. Come in all at once. Since I've got a couple of MiG-25s here, I'm going to have one go identify what that is. I'm going to have one go identify what this is. Just going to mark that roughly. Mark this one roughly. We have these, like the number 2 one here, heading this direction. We have him go down to like 1,000 feet. See that eventually. And then this one can travel down here at 1,000 feet. We can just like sonic boom past these. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about these enemy aircraft. They should be here somewhere. They're probably heading back to what would have been the carrier. Imagine my torpedo just like randomly hits up. That would be such a clutch shot. What we'll do, I think, is just kind of work our way towards the merchants, and if there's any left alive, although it looks like they're all sinking. This is a bad time for that merchant fleet. They're all sinking big time. And the last one's just a sitting duck. And there's one SSN-12 coming for it. Poor MiG lost his wingman. I'm just going to set that as neutral, because we're pretty sure that's neutral. No idea what that is in front. Probably check that out at some point. Oh, there they are. We'll just have one break off and go identify those. Let's turn his air search radar on. I think that might just be those aircraft and they're just loitering. Yeah, it is. Okay, these can come down. That's just one on its own. Alright, let's see if these hit the mark. Yep, that one did. Very nice. We'll send the last couple of missiles from that. And that can RTB. I think because they don't have a base to go back to, they're just kind of loitering there, and they're getting taken out for free. Very nice. I think what I'm going to try and do here, we'll just afterburn. We'll unleash the AS-11s on the Tycho's radar. Still got a Mark 42 or 48 trying to find my Victor here, but the Victor I think is home free. This has been a really cool air ops mission, honestly. I've really been enjoying it. Just hope that that one hits the right target. The other one underwater yet? It is. Okay, yeah. So we should freely hit this one. Looks like nothing ever happened in front of it. Oh, there's some lifeboats over there, I suppose. That poor ship. Gonna get smashed by the SSN-12. It looks like there's even more torpedoes coming in for the Victor. That might be because of the helicopters, actually. Good hit. Hopefully we'll take that out. I think it's really far behind us. I mean, if we just keep moving away from where the torpedoes are, we should be able to outrun them eventually. I am slightly concerned about these two Tomahawks. I might be able to engage them with the MiG-25, but that's going to be kind of difficult to pull off. Well, all of these can intercept them anyway, so that's fine. Alright, we're gonna drop passive above layer RGB, and we'll do a active below layer. I'll do. Hopefully we'll see any torpedo, not torpedo, any submarine, if there is one. Okay, our next wing of SSN-12s is on the way to kill the Tycho. Or visually identify whatever these vessels are soon enough. How are the Su-24s doing? I haven't taken off yet because we're still waiting for the MiG to get back to base. Oh, did we actually hit something there? There's no way that I managed to pull that off. We just sent a torpedo back down the track and hit it. That would be legit. We'll drop it here just in case. Oh, the fadeaway kill from the submarine. I don't know if it just blew up in the water because it ran out of steam, but it looked like it turned and hit something. Well, the America class has been sunk. That is a goner. Whatever's left. There is another very large. Maybe there's a second carrier there that needs to be taken care of. We have visual on that. Semi-large. I feel like if we have visual, we should know what it is. We'll know soon enough. Only 10 nautical miles out. That's a MiG heading back to base. Anything else we need to worry about here? Just a matter of maybe speeding things up a little bit. That is a merchant. Okay, let's now turn these. I will turn back towards the Tomahawks, some more afterburn. Could also identify this one. Let's just turn on the surface search radar here. Figure out what that is. We'll just go search. Go straight for it. Right, visual meager. Whatever this is. Fly straight over it. Okay, it's a fishing boat. We are chilling. Alright, let's go figure out what this one is. He's still following me. They are getting lower, but we are drifting away, so I think we'll be fine. Last merchant ship sunk. There we go. That's going down. We're good. Alright, MiGs. Time to engage. Oh, we just sent like multiple missiles from each of those. I guess it's fine. Slow things down as those come in. Go on, take down those Tomahawks for me. Nice. Next one. Oh, you can just see all the missiles flying past. It's so cool. But unfortunately, it's not to be. We do actually have a couple infrareds here. Let's just turn this one around and launch those. We'll just launch all of them. Give ourselves the maximum chance to hit. This one is running out of fuel, so that might as well head home. We'll be engaging that any moment now. Well, these need to launch at the Tycho before they go down. Too late, unfortunately. My bad. Too many things to keep track of. Nice, okay. Tomahawk taken care of. We can launch these from high up, so that's fine. It's actually going to work out pretty well, because those missiles should go in at the same time as these missiles arrive. Just a shame I lost the other one and didn't get to shoot those in time. There might be a chance that they shoot these out the sky, but they do travel very fast, at 2,300 knots. Very difficult for the Tycho to intercept those. But if we hit the radar of the Tycho, then these missiles might just be able to demolish the rest of the fleet. Ooh. Harpoons coming in. Oh, those would be from the Pegasus that got left over, but the Su-24s still haven't taken off. So that's unfortunate. This needs to be on weapons free. You do not want to be risking losing our ship here. Why are we not engaging those? The SAN-1s all failed. I tell you what, the Vladivostok really hasn't tried very hard to defend itself. It did launch chaff at least. That's something. But we're not hitting any of these harpoons. Yep. Goodbye. Did we hit the Tycho at all? I think it might have intercepted those. More Tomahawks on the way. Oh, that's cracking us. Let's drop a noisemaker. Pull to the side there. That is coming in hot. I think that one's got to be the helicopter. Although I think I would see the helicopter, right? It was the one that dropped it. It's right there on our tail. Maybe I can move back up. Oh, there's another one. Look at them all behind us. Oh no. It's so many. I was hoping they wouldn't catch up to us. We got a little bit of room to maneuver, but honestly, I think we're a little bit boned here. My poor Victor is dead. Is there a way in which I can avoid that? No! Definitely not. Oof. Oh. Oh. That sounded horrible. Looks like we threw off the rest. It was just that one that stuck on us like glue. Yeah. All of the tubes are inoperable. I could have maybe... I was thinking maybe I could have tried to... That's mode above there. I could have tried to shoot their torpedoes with my own torpedoes. Oh, we took out the lay with the next strike. Well, the Tycho's on fire, that's good. Alright. Let's hope those can hit the mark. Even more Tomahawks coming in from somewhere. Not Tomahawks, harpoons. These SU-24s, I told them to go this direction. Put search radar on 8,000 feet. I guess we could go like, actually more like 10,000 or 6,000 would be fine. Just go find that Pegasus and kill it because it's destroying that entire fleet. Okay, that's a merchant vessel. It's at 25,000 feet, whatever that is. Just go up to it, see what it is. The submarine is very dead. The Tycho's gone down, that's good. So now we go ahead and we launch the last, hopefully last, send 4 here. Then the rest there. I don't know if that will work. Okay, we can see it. This here is going to be the Pegasus. So the Su-24s can go and hunt it down. The carries are very short range. We'll just be zooming straight for it. Just go max speed. Just afterburn it. It's a shame we lost that, and it doesn't look like I'm spotting the enemy submarine. I assume there's an enemy submarine here. This didn't drop its torpedoes, and I don't even think these have Mark 48s anyway. They have Mark 46s, so yeah, there must be an enemy submarine. Well, hello there. Let's go take that out. I just wanted to see what this is. Lay, Kuntz, or Perry. There's a Tycho, a Lay. I don't know, that's maybe a Kuntz class. They're not going to be the same. Boom. Nice. I'll just salvo 2 from one of them, and then the other can travel towards whatever's left over here. We'll just put it on max rather than afterburn, and we'll send this one up to 10,000 feet. How high do I need to fire these? Okay, not very high. That's fine. Make sure we have the radar on so we can maintain the track. There we go. Missiles away. That should go pop a Pegasus quite nicely. Whatever it was got hit. I might just send these in on it anyway, because I'm not convinced it's going to die. The Kerry's not a very big missile, so we might need to quad tap it. Ah, there it is. We found it. There you are. Okay. So I was about right. And there could be an argument made that we did hit it with that torpedo. How many more missiles do we have left? We've got 5 SSN-12s. Alright, the Pegasus was taken care of. Nice. Yep, the Su-24 finished the job there. Well, let's just mark that sub. Hopefully we can turn enough to drop the... Just put it like in front where we're heading. That way our Tu-142 doesn't have to turn as much. It didn't drop. Okay. It's fine. We'll just have my Ka-27 come over here as well. I'll just let that fly off in a direction and we'll come back for it. Okay, meanwhile we'll just speed things up because we're basically just waiting now for the Tu-142 to line itself up for sonar buoy drop and torpedo drop, and we're also just waiting for the SSN-12s to come in and hit the enemy fleet. Been quite the journey so far, a very long video. If you are still with me, I do appreciate it. Hopefully you've been enjoying it so far. There has been a lot going on, which I do like in these missions. It keeps things exciting. It's just difficult for me sometimes to show like the impacts of some of the missiles and just kind of go, oh, that died. Oh, that did the job. Let's go and turn it around now and make sure we try and get a better sonar buoy to identify the location where I can just drop torpedoes right on their head. Seems there's also another couple of Tomahawks to shoot down. Oh, these all have their missiles ready to go. Let's launch those. Alright, there they go. Boom. Big old missiles on the way. They're gonna loft. That's cool. They travel pretty fast, 1,700 knots. Got 3 heading at one target, 3 heading at the other. I don't know if this MiG is actually going to be able to hit those. We can try. We'll launch the missile first there. See if those take down the Tomahawks. There it is. Nice, 1 kill. The other one missed. It's okay. We're trying to dip the wing here. Crikey. I'll try and gun run the last one there. Okay. Time to drop some torpedoes. So we have 6 82s. We'll drop 2 directly on their head. Just gonna afterburn so that we catch up quicker. They are right on its tail. One nautical mile to go. Not sure when the cannon engages. Could be engaging now. It's got a max range of 1.4 nautical miles. There we go. Let's try it. Tough target. Go on. Ah. That's a shame. Alright, well, we'll just send an AA-60 at it. Alright, TU 142 coming over with its bay open and torpedoes ready to go. There they go. Right, they are in the water and they are hunting. Noisemakers are out and about. Yeah, we couldn't have hit it if it's still active. Like, if that submarine had actually been hit, it probably wouldn't be able to dodge this very well. You can see the towed array there. Yeah, we hit it. That was pretty simple, actually. Nice job by the TU-142. Usually one will do the job. We might go back and drop another 2 just in case. Right, time for the AS6s to come in and finish the job. Only one left. Has it been thrown off? It has. Perry gonna survive. The Iowa, though, that's where all the Tomahawks are coming from. Thrown off one of them. Thrown off 2 of them. Wow, that's anticlimactic, isn't it? Well, there's a few more coming in, that's for sure. That submarine now running at 3 knots, 2 knots, it's slowing down. There's going to be a couple more torpedoes on its head shortly. We do have the remainder coming in here. Let's just send the last 5 just in case. Have just salvo the rest of them. There we go. Slava firing away. Beautiful. Okay, more torpedoes dropped. Okay. The SC-24s have arrived back at base. What do we got left over here? 1 Kinder, 1 Grisha. Everything else is gone. A Pegasus did a number on us. Just because those Dawn Su-24s did not want to take off. I'm really hoping that this one hits the Perry, because if it doesn't, like the rest are going for the Iowa. We've got 5 going for the Iowa, 1 going for the Undersea. Fingers crossed. Boom, there we go. That's what we like to see. Huge hit. Oh, and in the distance there, the Iowa just got wasted. 3 missiles straight into it. Wonderful stuff. Technically, this MiG could have a couple goes with its gun. I think that is dead. We got our own back onto the Los Angeles class there. That's what it turned out to be. Is the Perry dead? Find out shortly. That is a triple fire. Can't really see anything else. Just a load of helicopters. Don't really have anything to intercept the Tomahawks. I mean, we can try and launch some more things, but I don't think they'll be up in time. Alright, well, there we go. That is job done. Crikey, what a mission that was. We can say that Operation Kino has been a success. We will see how this will impact the US in the upcoming weeks. Continue as ordered before returning to base. Well done, comrade. We wiped out a lot of stuff there. Let's have a look. So we took out an America class, Iowa class, Tycho, Adams class, Ley, 2 Oliver Hazard Perrys, 2 Gearing, 2 Pegasus. We've got a bunch of merchant ships and a couple Newports, 3 Newports, enemy submarine. We lost ourselves quite a lot of stuff. That fleet kind of got wrecked. Kinder, Cresta, Cashin, Grisha and Victor all got taken out. Yeah. I feel like maybe I could have put these fleet near the airbase on weapons free sooner maybe. But yeah, they just weren't really behaving very well, unfortunately, to deal with all of the aircraft and missiles that were coming towards them. There was just like no reaction. That was, yeah, kind of unfortunate. Regardless, I guess what we could have done is kind of turn the fleet behind the island so that they were crossways, and therefore the missile launchers would have been easier to use. A lot of damage. A lot of damage, and a really fun finale to this epic campaign. That was a 2-hour mission. So, as I mentioned earlier, if you are still with me, I do appreciate it. Alright, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.